here we go.
Tits.
Oh, hi everyone. So today I wanted to talk about Australian snakes.
They come from a land down under. Look at me with a brand new Hyundai.
And I'm not talking about your typical feminist Medusa type, aka Clementine Ford. I'm talking about actual real snakes. So as you may know, Australia is home to some of the most deadliest snakes on the planet.
So they're in combat mode at the moment. Look at the size of them. The last thing you want underneath your staircase, especially with dogs and stuff.
Yeah, and a cat.
It's a little bit on edge. It's just tensing up a little bit, but there we go.
Jesus.
Have a look at this, we'll bring this out. What's going to be lurking inside? Hey you, what are you doing, mate? So, red-bellied black snake, that's a highly venomous snake coming out of that chute just there. Jesus. There we go, I'm going to grab you. Come on. Up on the cupboard, it's a eastern brown snake. So, she's starting to move, she's spotted me. So, you can get over and grab her. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, what are you doing, mate?
Google says Australia is home to 20 of the 25 most venomous snakes in the world, including all of the top 11. That's a shitload of venomous snakes. So it's fair to say that if you're coming to visit Australia and you happen to see a snake, don't presume it's harmless and go picking it up, because you'll probably regret it. Although it seems that the locals are more dumb than the tourists when it comes to picking up snakes. I remember seeing a video of a young girl in Melbourne who picked up a snake and brought it home, and it turned out that it was a very deadly snake.
I have just found Snakey. Here's a garter snake.
Also, recently, I happened to see an article about an Australian tourist, a woman who went to New Caledonia, and she found what was a very venomous sea snake and decided to pick it up for a selfie. Come on, Australians. You live in Australia. You know not to fuck with snakes. This is just stupid. And I do feel for the poor tourists who decide to come visit our fair country. Here's an article about a British tourist who was bitten down under by a deadly snake while answering the call of nature. Yep, he was taking a shit and was bitten on the ass by one of our very venomous snakes. The same article mentions an incident which made headlines across Australia in 2008 when a deadly brown snake bit a tourist's penis while he had made a roadside restroom stop in a remote area northwest of Cairns. That's right up the top of Australia. He survived after being rushed to hospital. Ow. Poor bugger. He got bit on the knob by a brown snake. How unlucky do you have to be? God, that would have hurt. And apparently it's not just the snakes who are assholes out for a good laugh in Australia. Here's a couple of Asian tourists who were admiring an Australian hawk while they sat down for a picnic. Little did they know the bird was out for a laugh because it dropped a very venomous eastern brown snake right on top of them. Let's take a look.
Oh, there's a hawk. 快看，有一只鸟飞过来了。
哎，是鸟啊，鸟啊！
哦，
往我们这边跑了，哎，到水里了，到水里了！
啊！
跑，快跑！
啊！
快跑啊！
快跑，快跑！
That's funny. That's actually really funny. Yeah, but so the reason I decided to do a video about snakes is I keep seeing these bizarre articles at the moment about snakes popping up in the most unusual places. And it's so frequent. There are so many stories coming out. Of course, it is summer down here in Australia, which means the weather warms up, the snakes come out, and apparently the stories come flooding through. But this year seems to be a crazy year. Take a look at this. So here we have a huge venomous brown snake right up the top of Australia, just, you know, chilling out on someone's deck, trying to break into their house.
During this wet weather, as you can see in this video, this brown snake has come up
off the lawn, out of the garden, and into somewhere dry, which is up on the deck near the house. Now, this is very common. Over the last few days, we've been getting a lot of calls still with usually pythons, not so much brown snakes and venomous stuff, but a lot of carpet pythons doing exactly what this brown snake's doing and hanging around the edge of houses, just trying to keep dry. And yes, by the looks of it in this video, the brown snake is trying to get inside. He doesn't necessarily know that it's actually inside someone's house. He just thinks of it as somewhere else he can explore and somewhere else he can try and find a bit of shelter and food.
Look at the size of that thing. That thing will fuck you up if you get bitten by it. Hopefully you're close to a hospital and you're probably going to live thanks to all the anti-venom available, but it's going to be a hell of a ride. You are going to be in pain. Here's another story. Snakes in a drain. Spotted black snake found in Queensland public toilet. Oh, that is so creepy. Does it be going in and out of the toilet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Way. Oh, that's nuts. So it's snake's natural instinct to go into holes? Oh. So I'm trying to encourage it just to go in your bag. We're a little bit jammed up in the toilet lid there. Come out. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm not very brave.
There we go. So, that worked.
I remember once when I was a kid being told a story about snakes being in toilets, and I had a phobia of sitting on a toilet for ages thinking there was going to be a snake in there that was waiting to bite me on the cooch. I always check the toilet before sitting down, I think for like half a year. Look at the size of that thing. And this woman had to remove it. Good on you, love. Job well done. Ugh. And here's one of the very most latest stories about a crazy snake encounter. Woman airlifted after being bitten by deadly snake as she slept.
It's the stuff of nightmares. A woman has been bitten by a snake after it slithered into her bed in Toowoomba.
Imagine waking up to this, one of the most venomous snakes in the world, in your bed.
A Queensland woman, it's always in bloody Queensland, why did I pick this state to live in, has been airlifted to Toowoomba Hospital after being bitten by a highly venomous snake while asleep in her bed. The woman, aged in her 20s, was bitten on her hand by what's believed to be an eastern brown snake at around 1 a.m. today. She had been sleeping in her bed at a remote property near Glenmorgan in the state's Western Downs region west of Toowoomba. So that's very country for all of you non-Australians. Very much inland. The eastern brown snake was spotted poking out from under the woman's doona after she was bitten. Who's the person who took a picture of this while she was bitten? It's like, oh my god, honey, I think I've just been bitten by a very huge, highly venomous snake. I need you to take me to hospital now. Hang on a sec, love. Hang on a sec. I just want to take a snap for my Instagram. They're gonna love this. To be fair, he was probably just trying to identify what snake it is so the hospital would know what anti-venom to administer. But look at it. Look at it just poking its head out of her doona. It's the stuff of nightmares. Your bed, the safety of your bed, and that thing is inside of it. That has to have been the most nightmarish phallic object she's ever had in her bedroom or in her bed. Oh, that is horrible. You hear stories all the time about these snakes popping up in the back of your car, under your bonnet.
There is. You have a bonnet on.
Go to the hospital to get checked.
About carpet pythons mating up in your roof.
You're right.
You got two. I'd love to give you a hand, but I'm just not.
You're right. You're right.
Oh, sorry. I'm putting a while off out of interest.
I don't want to hold his head like that.
But you don't want a brown snake in your bed. Jesus. And that wasn't even the most craziest story that happened recently. Take a look at this. Venomous snake comes slithering out of fridge ice dispenser, Australia video shows. Oh, Hell no. What the hell? How did it even get in there? So that is a red-bellied black snake, also a very highly venomous snake. A cat is credited with alerting an Australian woman to a venomous snake that was hiding in the last place you'd expect, the refrigerator's ice dispenser. The large snake was seen squirting from the dispenser like soft serve ice cream in the Jan 10th video from the Adelaide Hills area of South Australia. Right, so this is at the bottom of Australia. So these buggers are everywhere, okay? These snakes are just ruling Australia. They're everywhere. The reptile was identified as a venomous red-bellied black snake by Nine Network in Australia. The species grows to 6.5 feet in length and typically tries to avoid humans but will latch on and chew savagely when cornered. Jesus.
There you go. Big dangerous snake.
Yeah, so that's all for this video today. I just wanted to share with you some of the crazy snake stories coming out of Australia at the moment. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to check me out on Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey and Twitter, X, and I'll see you in the next video. Tits out, everyone. Tits.